Hello YouTube, welcome back to another YouTube video for Duelyst. And I finally have the cards together. Previously we've done, if you don't know, I'm working through all these lists from past tier lists from different sites and sources. I went to Baggerham, I checked out the tier list history, I went to the earliest one, I'm working through these ones. Previous two videos have been the backstab move Kalios and aggro Xerix. I went 3-0 with move Kalios and I went 0-3 with aggro Xerix. But the next one, and I'm working from the bottom up, so next one is Artifact Sajj, which I now have the cards for. I got the Maelstroms, I got the Hexblades. Should have this list pretty solid. So there isn't 9 2-drops, there's only the 6. But I guess it's not the end of the world, because sometimes you might be okay with just whacking on a Staff of Yakir as your opening play. Just having those artifacts on early is nice, and then you might go into Wildfire Unk to follow it up. So we've got essentially that, and Mara helps you contest board. This is some healing, this is nice. Falcius is pretty much a must in Sajj. Repulsor Beast can move threats away. It can move threats into your blast, which is really nice. You can push this and line things up for blast with your blast artifacts. Sojourner, some card draw. Census Scion isn't too fantastic, but it boosts your attack by a little bit. It puts a 4/4 on the board. It is what it is. Tracer, move away from big threats. Often when you put on your blast artifact, your Ankh, you might eventually just get surrounded by things. It might be helpful to just have a backup plan to Silhouette Tracer to get out of dodge. Amaro healers are nice. They're fairly slow, but it can be nice. It can be good to perfect provoke yourself with it, but it is quite hard to just actually get that healing off. Unless there's something huge on the board you can just run it into to actually get that healing, that 10-point swing. But nevertheless, it could be useful. We've got Siphon Energy as a one-off for some Dispel. Often again, when you have that Wildfire Ankon, people want to be getting over to where you are. So Tracer acts to help that out when you want to get away from them again. And this, when they're playing those threats really close to you, you've got things like the Siphon Energy. We've got 3 Aura's Tears because you want to sort of combo them down with the Tears and the Maelstroms. You want to sort of create a lot of burst potential. And this is all about just keeping their board clear, maybe dealing some chip damage at the same time, and then setting up, like combo pieces pretty much. Having some artifacts equipped, going for the Tears, going for Maelstrom if you have the mana. And yeah, and then we've got Dominate Will again. If they're going to be playing things close to you, this is good. If they're going to try and play things out of your reach, you have some tools to help with that. And First Wish is just good cantrip material to cycle into what you need. So that's the list. I'm not sure how well it's going to go, but we shall see. We'll get into a few games and see how we go. I'm fairly certain I have the list here. I think that's it. Yeah, this must be it, right? Okay. I'll skip ahead to when we have actually found a game. So it didn't take that long to find a game. This is start of the season. The season was set like yesterday. And we're versing Xerix. We have good openers here. In fact, we have the trifecta. We have every opener available to us. I kind of like this hand, in all honesty. Mar could be good to use on a golem. This is nice to curve into. This is probably going to be my opener. And I have staff. to help contest things. But you'll probably play something defensive. You'll probably play defensive golems. Do I want this here, I wonder? Wonder if I want this here. Because I don't really care. I mean, can I go 2 into 2 anyway? Nah, I might want to go 2 into 2 though. More into staff. Playing it there might help me contest golems that you want to put like here or here. Well, it'd be here, since I played that diagonally now. Yeah, it positions that there. It is just an obelisk though, and I'm pretty okay with that. So what have I got the mana to do right now? I can 3 and 1. 3 and 1 seems okay. And then we'll decide on the replace. Putting 1 on this doesn't matter, because when a dervish runs this, the dervish can run into this and he can just punch it, so it doesn't matter buffing Istafor. But buffing a Sojourner might be important. So I'll probably first wish the Sojourner. Just prevent that tile there. Double Falsius. Do I want double Falsius? I might be able to Falsius BBS next turn. But I don't think I need to. I'd rather have like things like Ankh or Hexblade at this point. Alright. So 5 mana. Is he just going to Blood-Avare? I'll have the clear on the obelisk with staff more or staff BBS. This isn't Blood-Avare though. He bounces that? So if I draw first wish, I can just punch double Maw this. However, what if I were to throw this in Maw? No, that wouldn't work either. I do really want to clear the obelisk. How can I do that? By leaving the Sand Swirl up. Because he's really trying to protect it. Does going here really matter? Or should I like play around Bone Swarm by not moving here so this could get Bone Swarmed and stay center tile? Where do I want all of this? I can one-shot that, or if it punches me, I can just trade one of these into it, so I'm going to punch him here. So he's used the Sand Soul Reader. I do have Shrouds, don't I? No, I don't have Shrouds. Just a Siphon, but I can only dispel minions, I can't dispel tiles. So he places something, spawns that little dude. I should be able to maybe trade a Maw off into it, or I just punch it. Step on the tile. Maybe Sojourner Hexblade, not Hexblade, Staff. It doesn't matter where he puts it. I know what my play is. Although, I want to step on the tile, so I might trade the Maw and take the 3 instead. Then equip Staff. He has First Wish. It's an obvious play. So Ankh shuts this down really well, but I'm not going to draw that. But if I do draw Ankh by replacing, I want the Staff as well, maybe. But if I play Ankh... Repulsor Beast. Do I really have to do that? I think I have to do that. Because I really want to step on that tile, and that's the only way of doing it. The only way of really denying this tile is for me to be on that tile. If I put a minion on there, it's just too easy to get removed, so... It sucks. But I have my Falcius, I'll still have my BBS, so that's 8 damage to remove things. Problem is the Purgatos is there. Do I want to equip Staff? When do I want to equip Staff? I think I'm going to equip it, but do I punch first to keep my charges? Nah, I'm going to punch him with the Staff. I can't win a value game because he's going to have better removal than I can. I just have to play to my combo, keep replacing, try and find my Tears, my Hexblades, my Maelstroms. I'm okay with taking damage, I just don't want him to heal. Ah, that's not terrible. So he's just going to go for a very typical surround. That's annoying. Maybe if I Amara, I know he's just going to Blood of Air it. If I Trace, I don't do anything else. I'd rather just deal with it, but... Like, it's 100% Blood of Air if I play this, or Sensewell. I just don't have that kind of transform or bounce back to hand kind of mechanic. What's really annoying is I can't play this out of range with the Purgatos. It's going to get so much value. But if I don't, that's 10 damage. He would only need to proc onto me to kill me. So this is a terrible play, but it's the only real play that would stop me from losing. I gotta not take any damage from that. So I don't think I'm gonna win this game because of turn 2 Sanswell Reader. Turn 2 Sanswell. And just the threat of having Blood of Air. Because it meant that I couldn't play this to contest, because he almost certainly has it with 5 cards. And that healed him. Jesus Christ. So I can get out of dodge and Unk, or I can get out of dodge and play my card draw, which I might need to do. Let me guess, another Amara healer. That's fine. But now I don't want to blast him. I need to keep my artifacts though, don't I? Tracer. I've got to do it, don't I? But I don't want to blast him that way. Is this even worth it? I'd rather just draw artifacts, wouldn't I? Oh, Siphon is great. Alright. Oh, I should have played Sojourner. Yeah, he can clear it. I should have played Sajj instead of Ankh. But I just don't see me winning this game at all. He's just gotten too much value. Six. No. The only reason he won was because of turn till Sandswell. I really don't want to hear that kind of stuff. And he had a rushes as soon as I played an artifact. Let's move on to the next game. What to draw from that game? Sandswell is a really, really strong card. And if you can play it on your second turn, even though you only use it on a 3-drop, it doesn't matter. We'll get into the next game when I found it. Alright, so that queue was a little bit longer. Probably going to be Wanderer. I'm just going to set it right off the bat. So, Amari Healer is much better in the Magmar matchup, I think. Because it doesn't just get transformed. Well, it could with Eggmorph, but less likely to just get transformed. Or bounced back to hand by Vitruvian, you know. So I like having Ma to deal with, because there's no Blood Tears in this list, I like having Ma to deal with eggs, potentially. This is my opener. And this is just a solid card in a matchup. So there's some curve there. But what I've noticed with the last game is I didn't really draw many artifacts early enough. Like, eventually I drew Ankh, but by that point it was just like way late. Oh, what a surprise. It's Wanderer. I need to contest a board, and the Mars are going to help me do that. So I suspect... this could just get naturaled. I suspect he's going to, like, move here and play something here, or play it on the tile to try and protect, because that's Wanderer 101. Having this on board makes the double Ma pretty good. I can replenish my hand. I actually have drawn an Aurora's Tears early, but no artifacts yet. Maybe I'm thinking too much in the long game, and I should have replaced Amara to try and find, you know, like a Staff of Yakir or something. That's great for double Ma. Alternatively, I can punch it and Ma. I need to block this tile here. Punch. Yeah, but if I don't have to punch, I don't really want to, do I? And I use up both my Mars. That's pretty bad, actually. What I might do is Sand Sister back here. Move this here, punch, move up, punch. Auto on a Sand Sister. No, I can't Sand Sister there. It'll be a weak body. But I save my Mars. I might want it a little bit closer to the action. And do I replace that card? No, I don't think I do. Double Ma, is that really going to help? It might. I am going to replace Amari Healer. So he can make me mill here. But I have an Ankh, which is good. I've stopped him from Lava Slashing unless he wants to flash it out. But that's using his only flash on something that's not Wanderer. He could flash Wanderer this turn and that would suck. But I've got the Falsius. What's this? Lava Lance? That sucks. Eggmorph. His only Eggmorph on a 4-drop. Shit, I gotta be happy with that. So I mill a Tears. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I can just unk here. Or I punch this Ma and don't do much else. I'm going to get rid of 1. Yeah, no, that's better. Equipping the staff. Being in this position isn't as good because he's got a lot of space down here to play things out of my range. But that was a good clear. And he's going to probably come up toward me. Maybe. I have some heals. I have Falcius. My BBS is still up. If he plays something like on right here to try and stop me from blasting, I can just go here and Falcius, and I'm not going to take damage anyway. What's he going to play? Can I 4 and 2 next turn? Yeah, because that was a 5 mana play. I got 6 mana next turn. Young Silithar. Ooh, that's fine. I think I'm just going to Smork here. Do I just Smork? I think I do. Because in the long game, I'm not going to be able to contest those eggs forever, so I do just need to Smork. Do I just do this to get the body on the board? Or do I try and find something else like... I don't know. What else could I put down for 2 mana? Another staff? Let's just do this. Need to get him low. I've got the tears. Both these still have 2 charges. So at most he can bring it down to 1 charge. If he just plays Wonder with his turn, which I suspect he will. This young silly can clear either one of those, but... Dominate Will. That was a great on-curve pick, because I can just dominate his Wanderer that he's probably going to slam down in my face. So that's fantastic. And then now that I've equipped some artifacts, I can just fall back. Yeah. And he's used an Eggmorph. He'll probably have... Well, he's still got Rebuke. And he's still got... Thumping Wave, maybe. No, he's looking to ping it off instead of play Wanderer. I can respect that. But he's trying to get the board presence up before he plays Wanderer, and I can still have a full clear on this board. So, oh Jesus, what is this? Lava Lance? Christ. Falcius Ma? That was some desperation right there. I don't have any artifacts. I'd rather just draw artifacts. So, I need to save it. I could just BBS. This is tricky. I want to kill that Ripper, but I also want to Falcius that. Oh, man. This is super awkward, but then if I replace and don't draw anything decent, it's just like... So I could move here, punch this, mar that, and just leave you with a Riftwalker. Or I can Falcius this, mar this, and leave the Ripper. Jesus, this is bad. Is that good? That's... Yeah, that's decent. I'm just going to take this out of the action. Punch this. And mar there. And then I've got the Dominate for Wanderer. But again, he might not want to play it because he hasn't got the board developed. So as long as I can keep on top of the board, and I've got the Falsius to try and do that. My BBS is still up. I haven't been using it. Okay. He could just fall back, play it, move that up. Where would you play it there? I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for him to play it. The first wish, that's going to help me cycle into some artifacts. I still have not seen Hexblade at all. Hexblade would be great here to deal with these buffed minions. Especially with Falsius. So I'm probably looking to first wish one of my minions and dominate the Wanderer. Unless he still refuses to play it. You just absolutely refuse to play that Wanderer unless you have some kind of board developed. Jesus, you will not give up, huh? Falsius BBS can clear that. That can be first wished. I'm saving this for Wanderer. That's all there is to it. Maelstrom. Hold up. Falsius Maelstrom, I can do that. 8, 9, 10, 11. Damn, 11 damage. That sucks. I just need to stay close to him. I do play into a Mercantor if he has both. But you'll need to move up and do it that way. That's a little bit awkward. I'll put the Falsius here. If I draw a Hexblade though, Hexblade Maelstrom is really strong. Even Staff, because that's 8 damage. Now I don't have an answer for his eggs. That's going to be the biggest problem. Now he just spams. He plays Wanderer, BBS. He's already played Lava Lance. The Wanderer gives the +1 buff, stuck in value trade into one of my minions. Oh, he had the Mercantor. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered, I don't think. No matter where I put that. If I draw an artifact, I can't outvalue this. Like, I just can't. He's playing in a Star's Fury. He loses the Star's Fury. But never mind about that. Never mind about that. Why would you play around an opponent's removal? If I draw an artifact, I still win. Like, it just needs to be a Staff or a Hexblade. But if I don't, I'll probably lose. Does that do it? Because this is my only play, right? If this doesn't win, I lose. But I got it. Okay, we finally drew some combo pieces. Right at the very end. Alright. Finally. And that was the turning point. Like, if I had to fall back there because I didn't draw it, I would lose. The Ripper's staying up. I'm leaving 2 minions on board. Or maybe like 1 minion on board. But I had to kill the Mercantor. Or kill the Riftwalker. And either way, I stay near way too much damage. So that was a close one. 1 and 1. At least we didn't go 0 and 3. Alright. And that was versus Wanderer. Because maybe they just anticipated that it would just get Blood of Air. Blood of Air wasn't my answer, but I did have a removal at the ready for it. But I feel like they still just delayed it too long. Then again, it would have been a whole lot worse than Blood of Air because I would have turned it on them. It was actually pretty decent not to play it. Anyway, well, I won't sit here. I'll wait till I actually find a game and then we'll hop in. Oh, goody. Reversing another Xerix. That's always fun, right? Everything just gets bounced. What do I want? I want Sojourner, that's what I want. And I want Wi-Fi Unk, that's what I want. But none of this is terrible. I guess I don't really want Siphon. And do I want Tears this early? I don't think I want Tears this early. I want to draw into it later. Hexblade and another Falsius. So we don't have an opener. This could be very awkward. What the... Well, we're going to get some Mar value. What? This is Wanderer. Oh my god. Let's get rid of one of these. Looks like Mar First Wish. I take two either way. I'm going to play this right here so it's safe. And let's find Wildfire Unk to really get the beatdown going. I have Hexblade for Wanderer. Like Hexblade BBS. It's really nice. Or Hexblade Mar even does it as well. I'll have Falsius this turn. Or not this turn. In response to whatever he plays. Because he might want to protect mana tiles. And if he does that, I can Repulsor Beast something into myself and my Mar. I can just Falsius it if he plays it close. Let's see what he's working with. A Doomcaster back there into First Wish. So if I draw Unk, since he moved down, didn't he? No, he didn't move down. So I definitely just want to deny mana tiles, right? Because he might have Ray. And with Ray, he goes to 4/5 Ray Wanderer. And that's bad. I can Mar this. I like having it now, though. I don't mind having it now. Repulsor Beast could also be used for Wanderer. That's always a pretty decent plan. It's just, do I want to Mar his Dervish, or do I just want to Smork with the Falsius? Because I can't do both. Yeah, I guess we kind of play it slow here. And just Mar. Probably punch in with these. Slow, but we still have more board presence than he does. We're still at a health advantage, if only slight. We're double tiers. Plus some removal tools for things. This is looking decent. That'll kill that because I first wished it. BBS. 4 mana. Thunderhorn. Allomancer. I might... do I throw that away? Do I Repulsor Beast that sucker? I'm thinking I do. It's just a question of, do I then ditch the Falsius or keep it? What am I going to do next turn? I have Hexblade though. I think this happens no matter what. I'm going to be risky and get rid of Falsius. Amara healer, huh? Let me toss that up there. Just need to deal some damage. So this is an extra 3. That brings me to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of hand damage. I have Staff BBS next turn. Or Hexblade BBS. Hexblade Staff. What am I talking about? A defensive is annoying. Hello. Oh, he's using Staff against me. That's great. Again, I have that 9 out of hand damage. Using this might not be... if I draw my Blast artifact though right now, that's like amazing. Do I need 2 tiers considering I have Staff? This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'd be 7. But it is a really nice combo piece to have both of these. I just need to be in a position to... Yeah, but if I punch him, he might just punch me back. Repulsor. Alright, that's good. 1, 2. Repulsor that, so I might keep my artifact. I could actually chuck it over here, so it won't actually be relevant on anything. That's the great thing. So we have this. But he'll probably have a way to block, won't he? Double tiers isn't quite going to get me there. So it was definitely risky doing that. Leaving the Pyromancer up. But if he moves too forward, he's going to have a harder time body blocking. If he just body blocks here, that's better for him. Plays the Wanderer. I don't think I need double tiers. I think I just need the 1 tiers. Actually, if I do that in double tiers, I've got 4, 5, 6. Yeah. If I were to draw Wildfire Ankh, I'd be in great shape. Worst case, I can Hexblade this. 100%. So, but the Pyromancer is going to be a problem. But then if I don't do that... Alright, so say I Hexblade, punch this, take 1, go down to 10. This is... That's lethal damage. Damned! That's lethal damage. If I back up, I die to 1 damage. Well, I don't think my risk paid off. I think the threat of that Pyromancer wasn't worth the 2 damage to get into his face. I'm almost certainly dead, right? I guess I have to do this. If I make it so he can't punch me, I don't know. Maybe he'll see it anyway. Oh, that's 8 damage anyway, because I took 2 damage instead of 1. Well, why did I lose that game? I beat the other Wanderer because I drew my combo piece. Would it have been that different? Say I had actually just killed that. He would have been at 12. But I would have been in the same situation. I would have had more health to chew through, but I wouldn't have had that threat of the Pyromancer. I think the Pyromancer ended up being really important to have killed off earlier. Because that would have been... And then we would have played it at the same, probably. He would have played Wanderer, but he wouldn't have had the Pyromancer. I just dealt 7 damage to him. Being at 12 health, it would have been at 5 health. And I had the 5 attack on the artifact, so he still couldn't win. Yeah, it was definitely a better play. Doing the maths on it. I wouldn't have... It still would have guaranteed to draw, and he wouldn't have had lethal on board. Well, that's the benefit of hindsight. That's going 1 and 2 with the Artifact Sajj list. I'll try and have a link in the description for that one, or again, anyone can just check Bagawam. And you go to the tier lists. Let's see if I can just sort of work through how I found it. You go decks, you go tier lists. It'll come up with the current one, and you see past tier lists. And then I went to the 1.75, and that's where I'm getting my list from. So yeah, so far it's been pretty balanced. Songhai is my favorite faction, so I'm pretty proud that I got 3-0 with the backstab move Kalios. But then both my Vitruvians have gone pretty poorly. Just because maybe it's definitely a part of it that Blood of Air and Sandstorm Reader have become such staples. And are undoubtedly very strong. Whereas trying to compete with that, trying to get value out of things like a Mara Healer just never happened because of how powerful those cards are. And two of our matchups were Vitruvian, so that was a factor. Whereas things like Wanderer in general, I think is good, because you've got the Dominate Will, which I held in that Magma matchup in case they played it, for the most part. You've got Hexblade plus like Mar, or Hexblade BBS, or Falcius combat. You've got a bunch of damage to just chip it down. You could also just Repulsor Beast it away, and then it'll buy you more time to build your combo pieces. If I were to make changes to this list, what would I change? Good question. I'm not a huge fan of Sand Sister. What I didn't cover was nerfs. So Falcius has seen a nerf. It's no longer 3 mana, it's 4. But I think that's the only thing that has been nerfed. The rest of it is this as it was. So what would I get rid of? If I were to get rid of Sand Sister, what would I put in instead? What would have been interesting there was actually having a Zephyr. And in a few situations, having a Zephyr. Or Star's Fury. Zephyr because, again, it plays into the idea that when you play... And the situation didn't really happen often. When you play your Ankh, they want to get close to you. They want to surround you with minions to make your blasts less good. And so having a Zephyr in that situation is quite nice. And again, if you have your blast, they want to play around the blast. And by playing around the blast, they're playing the Star's Fury. You saw in that Magmar game, even though we won it, he would have just lost the game from a Star's Fury. Like, no doubt about it. Like, players just don't seem to play around it. It's crazy. So I would definitely ditch the Sand Sisters, the 2 of. And I would either put in like 2 Zephyrs or 2 Star's Fury. Both are pretty decent. I'm also not too sure about a Mara Healer. In how it's fairly slow. But there are some situations where it could help you regain some life. It could just help you stall. Maybe you need just that one more artifact, or that one more War's Tears, or you're waiting on a Maelstrom. It could help you stall out to find it. And something that I probably did incorrect as well was I held on to Mara Healer in a lot of matchups way too early. I think it would have been much better to just more aggressively cycle in the early game for those artifacts, and they put you in a really good position. If you can get an early Ankh, you're really set. If you can get like Staff turn 1 going first into Ankh, you're really good. And then from there, you put on your proactive artifacts essentially, but now you can play the reactive game, and Sajj does that very well. You can react, you can clear things, there's a bunch of tools to do that, and you deal chip damage at the same time, and then you burst him down. Because you've been holding on to combo pieces, I guess is the idea. I'm going to stop rambling though, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one, where we'll be doing Heals of Arn. See you then.